Welcome to the Actually I Can Female Entrepreneur podcast. I am your host, Kayleigh Greenacre, a business strategist, coach, TEDx speaker, author, and your go-to woman for all things business strategy. I am obsessed with supporting female entrepreneurs to grow unstoppable six and multi-six-figure businesses that they love, giving them the freedom and life that they desire. During this podcast, I'll be sharing with you everything that you need to become a successful female entrepreneur, from the mindset shifts to sales and marketing strategies, and how to become an iconic leader that people can't get enough of. It is my mission to help you stand out, attract your dream clients and customers, and sell out of your offers with ease whilst building the business and life of your dreams. Let's make this your reality, ladies. Hello, ladies, and welcome to another episode of Actually I Can, the Female Entrepreneur podcast. I'm your host, Kayleigh Greenacre, and today we're going to dive into the 4 strategic things that you need to focus on to build a successful 6 or even multi-6-figure business. Now, if you've been in my audience for a while, you will know that I specialize in strategy, and more specifically, strategy that actually works for you and your business to skyrocket your sales. So in order to build a successful 6 or even multi-6-figure business, you need to focus on these 4 things strategically. So we're going to dive straight into these. So the first one is you need to create offers and a business model that you love and that actually feel aligned. You know, if your offers don't light you up, then they won't light up your audience either. So what I want you to do is to make sure that these offers are ones that you truly do love. So have a little look at your product suite. And this completely depends, first of all, on the type of business that you have. So if you're a product-based business, then you'll probably have a number of different products available to your audience. If you're a service provider or a coach, you will probably have low ticket, mid ticket, and high ticket offers, such as courses, programs. You might have memberships and subscriptions. You might have one-to-one. You might have done for you. There's loads of different things that you can offer. But if there is anything within your product suite that doesn't light you up, then get rid of it. Okay. I think it's really, really clear when people talk about their offers, if they don't have, or show passion for that particular product, then it would make me question if it's the right thing for me to purchase. So I want you to really think about the offers, the products, the services, anything that you are selling, and ask yourself this question: does it actually light you up? Now, I'm going to take you a little bit back on the journey from my own experience. And I remember launching my business. And at the time when I launched my business back in 2021, I was offering purely just one-to-one business coaching. And it was, it's incredible. I used to love working with people on a one-to-one basis. And then when it got to sort of early 2022, I really wanted to scale. I wanted to grow my business further and support more people. So I introduced my best-selling program, Unstoppable. But at the time, the one-to-many kind of model was good. Lots of people were raving about it and saying it's the best thing for you in terms of a business to really scale. So I thought, okay, this is definitely the thing for me. However, the advice I was actually given at the time was to not launch it yet and to not launch it in the way that I wanted to. But I thought, well, I'm really passionate about this program. I knew that it was going to impact and change people's lives and be able to give people the results that they want in terms of their business. So do you know what? I launched it anyway. And I am so glad I did, because 2 years on, it is still the best-selling program that I offer. I absolutely love it. And so do all of my clients within it as well. So it goes to show that, this is your business. You get to make the decisions in terms of what you offer. So just make sure they feel really aligned to you and just make sure you're passionate about them. So that's the first thing, creating offers and a business model that you truly love, and just make sure it is something that you really do love. If there's anything that you're questioning, then take it out, or at least refine it, tweak it, adapt it, do something that's going to make it a little bit different so that you do fall in love with it. So the second thing is to stop searching for a quick win, because there isn't one. Okay. No matter what you see in the online space, there is not a quick route, and everyone's journey is different. Therefore, make sure that you are seeking support where your gaps are, and so that you can plug these and progress forwards more quickly than you would on your own. Now, I see this all the time in the online space. There's get quick rich schemes and this, that, and the other. And ultimately, you're building a business, okay, based on something that you're passionate about, especially if you've done step one, okay? You're building a business that's something that you're passionate about. But you are on your own journey, and your journey is going to look completely different from everyone else's. It kind of touches on the comparison thing, you know, and I always sort of say to people, don't compare yourself to other people in the online space. It's the most unhealthy thing you can do, because you're on your own journey, and, you know, your starting point might look different to other people's starting points. Your 6 months in might look very different to someone else's 6 months in, and everything that you experience, everything that you do in your journey is going to probably be quite different to other people's one way or another. So I want you to think you're going to grow your business organically. You are going to attract the most soul-aligned dream clients, or if you're a product-based business, you're going to attract and bring in the most incredible customers that are going to buy your products, buy your services, buy your programs, be part of your membership, whatever it is that you offer, and they are going to absolutely love it. And based on their experience, that is how you're going to gradually grow, because there's going to be word of mouth, there's going to be client wins, there's going to be customer reviews, there's going to be loads of things. There's going to be loads of social proof that you're going to be able to use in order to grow. So really detach away from this get rich quick. There's an easy route, there's a quick route, because there isn't. There is so much work that goes into being a female entrepreneur. And it's almost as if, you know, when you're building your business, you're actually juggling a lot of different hats, or you're putting on a lot of different hats in terms of your business. You know, one day you might be coaching. For example, I'm a coach, so I will coach on a Monday and a Thursday. They're my coaching days. Then on a Tuesday, I'm content creator. And then I'm an admin manager. Every female entrepreneur has to juggle or put on lots of different hats in their business, especially when you're in the growing stage. Because unless you can hire a team to do lots of the different things for you, it's something that you will have to do all yourself to start with. And it's really healthy to be able to do that, because you can experience all the different job roles by managing your own business and running your own business. But it's not easy. There's lots of different hats. So that's the main thing for this point. You know, step 2 is stop searching for that quick win or the quick route. There isn't one. Just really, really lean into and enjoy the journey. There are so many opportunities for you out there, and I would love for you to, you know, enjoy and experience every single one of them. Number 3 is one of my favorite ones. It's building a community. Now, without a warm community, you will struggle to sell. And therefore, make sure that you are focusing on building a really engaged community, that you offer loads of value for free before even trying to sell to them. Okay. Now, you can build a community in loads of different ways. If you love social media like I do, I built my entire business using social media. Then I built my community on 2 main platforms. And without mentioning the names of them, those 2 platforms are where my main communities actually sit. And I focus an awful lot on building a community, a free community that people could join, and they could get tips and tricks from me. They could get weekly trainings. They could ask questions, they could get advice to be able to build their business. And that community still exists today on one of those platforms. It's very, very successful. It's where I've, attracted so many of my fabulous clients from. And it still exists today because I still love to give back to my community. That community is also on other platforms. And you can use social media to build a community, or you can find another way of building a community. You can do a face-to-face community if you wanted to. You can do a community on the platform where you're hosting your products and your services. There's so many different ways to build a community. But what I want you to do is to think, have you actually got a really warm and engaged community at the moment? And I don't necessarily mean to sell to, because that comes a little bit later, but make sure you have a community that you are giving value to, that you are supporting, that you are inviting in, and they feel part of an exclusive community that they can either reach out to you, or they can learn from you, or they can test and find out more about your products, whatever it is. Give them the opportunity to feel exclusive. And I think that's the ultimate thing here with building a community. It's a really, really effective way of of creating your own audience, your own environment, and then you can sell to them. Now, when it comes to building a community, like I said, the first thing I would do, if you haven't already got one, is to focus on actually building it and giving loads of value. And then once you have a community, nurture them, okay? Keep them warm and engaged. Continue to offer them free value. And then in time, you will be able to sell to them. Now, if you already have a community, but it's not that engaged, think about what can you do to engage with them? You know, what posts could you create, for example, that are really engaging, that will get them involved? Could you do some quizzes and some questionnaires? Could you ask them questions? Could you ask them about their lives or their experiences or what they did at the weekend? There's so many different things that you can do to engage with your community if you currently have one. So thinking about how can you get them engaged, and then selling to a community can be really, really easy, especially if they are warm and engaged. So you can offer them exclusive discounts if you choose to do so. You can offer them early door offers so they can get access to your products or your programs before anyone else. You can do so many different things, but building a community is absolute key, because if you don't have that community, like I said, it will be a lot harder to sell to, because selling cold is really hard. Whereas if you're selling to warm or even hot leads, it's a lot easier. Okay. So building a community, really, really key. That's number 3. And then finally, number 4 is becoming a leader. So through your content, through going live, through your community, your emails, everywhere. And I say this every single day. I talk to my clients about leadership every single day. It's one of the biggest things that I truly believe in, where people will pay you thousands for your leadership. So I want you to think about, how can you really focus on being seen as a leader over the next coming weeks, okay, and even months? This should be a huge focus in your content strategy. And I'll do another podcast episode on content. But I want you to think, how are you showing up as a leader? So leadership is all to do with you sharing and expressing with your audience your vision, your values, your beliefs, your opinions. And I want you to think, well, you're in an industry where other people are selling similar things. They might be selling similar products, similar programs, similar memberships, whatever it is that you sell. But how do you make you stand out? How do you ensure that people choose you? Now, when I've invested previously, and I always use my own experiences as examples, when I look at who I've invested in, whether it's for a product or whether it's for a service, I've invested in leaders. I've invested in people that I know, like, and trust. I've got to know and like them as individuals normally, and I've got to trust them, especially if they're a personal brand. If they're a larger brand, then it's normally the trust factor, and it's normally through social proof and the results that I can see through what they're sharing. So I want you to really think about how you can build that know, like, and trust factor. And one of the best ways to do this is to show up as a leader and create content where you're demonstrating that you are a leader. So within your industry or within your niche, I want you to give your opinion on popular discussed topics and share with your audience your opinion on those. I want you to be able to share with your audience what you truly believe in, because when you do, that will make you stand out. There's only so much educational content or product-based content that you can share with your audience. For them to want to invest in you as a female entrepreneur, we have to show up as leaders. So you need to be able to show up as a true leader, okay? So thinking about your leadership, make sure that you're showing up as that true leader, giving your opinions, your values, your beliefs. Leadership, honestly, is one of the key things for you. Okay. So just to summarize and to go through the 4 things that will support you in building a successful 6 or multi-6-figure business. First of all, create offers and a business model that you absolutely love. Stop searching for the quick route. Build an engaged community, and then become a leader through your content, your community, emails, everywhere. Now, if you focus on these 4 things strategically and see how things change in your business, because honestly, I truly believe that these are the 4 main things that you should be focusing on if you want to build a successful 6 or multi-6-figure business. Thank you for joining us for today's episode. Don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe to the podcast, and I will see you again next time. Thank you for tuning in to the Actually I Can Female Entrepreneur Podcast with me, your host, Kayleigh Greenacre. If you are ready to build, grow, and scale your dream six-figure or multi-six-figure business, then head to our website now for more information or connect with me on socials to see how you can create your dream business and dream life.